Please welcome our on-ice officials for tonight's game. Referees Mr. Mark Diesel, Mr. Jerry Whitman. Milton High School administrator tonight is Ms. Wendy Sweet.
Just about set for action here from Highgate. Let's go over the starting lineups. First for the home team, Milton Yellow Jackets. Starting on defense will be Killian Choquette. His defensive partner will be Maxwell Howard. Starting up front at center ice will be Brody Rock. His wingers starting tonight will be Braden Welch and Brock Bushy. Starting in goal on the lonely end of the ice in the island of blue paint will be Ryan Philbrook. And on the opposite side for MVU, starting on defense will be Lucian Gilbert. His defensive partner tonight will be Caden Chevalier. And starting up front will be the third line for Coach Colin Bior. Will be Carter White at center. His wingers will be Ian Messier and Sullivan King. So far, 6 points coming out of that third line, with each of them netting a goal so far this season. And starting in goal will be the freshman, Beckett Connolly, who has yet to allow a goal this season. He's got 5 saves, but he's yet to allow a goal. He started in goal against Brattleboro and had 5 saves in that game. And so yet to allow a goal here tonight, but I think he's going to get tested by this Milton team.
I think Milton might put a little more pressure on him than Brattleboro did. But that's the thing from year to year. Brattleboro last year had one of the best teams, but they had a large graduating class, and now they're in the rebuilding. Milton is they're just not a deep team, and they don't have a youth hockey program. A couple of them play up here at Maha, and a couple, down in Burlington, but it's hard to maintain a good high school program when you don't have the players.
We're underway here in Highgate. 14:47 left first period. MVU mounting a little bit of pressure. King out to center ice. That one's taken away now by Howard. Long lead pass, misses everybody, so we'll get our first stoppage of play. Not even 30 seconds old in this one. 14:38 left first period. Faceoff's going to come all the way back down inside Yellow Jacket territory.
And MVU goes for a quick change. I believe it's the LaRush line stepping out. Yep.
LaRush, Gagne, and Martin, the forwards out there for MVU. Bushy, Welch, and Sweeney, the forwards out there for Milton. LaRush spinning a pass towards the center of the ice. That misses everybody. Coming down from the defensive end now is Renadette. He can't gather the puck down there, but he's replaced up top by Gagne. Shot on goal. Another opportunity as Philbrook made 2 back-to-back saves. 14:20 left first period. MVU mounting some pressure. Puck now, Martin out in front. That one's at the face-off dot. Taken away here now by Bushy. Bushy through center ice, in over the blue line. Got Welch headed towards the net. That one's taken away neatly by Maddox Gagne. Puck on the near side of the ice now as Martin comes back to grab this one with 14:03 left first period. MVU, long lead pass, misses everybody. That one will make it all the way down the ice for an icing with 13:58 left first period, and a couple of great opportunities for the Thunderbirds in the first minute of this game.
Yeah. And if you watch defensively, that's how you back check. Maddox Gagne did not follow the guy to the blue line. He followed him right down to the net and intercepted the pass. That's how you back check.
Second line out there for MVU as Gates tries to throw that one down deep. Shot on goal, just goes wide as Boucher got a piece of that one. 13:48 left first period. Chevalier backhanding that one towards the near side of the ice, taken away by Newhall. He can't gather it there, and Gates has to come back, the center, behind his own net. Throwing it along the near side of the ice. Gilbert with a pass towards center ice. Foot race after this one. Newhall can't get there first as Paye was the first one there. 13:26 left first period. Held in nicely at the blue line by Chevalier. He'll get it over to the near side of the ice. Puck now taken by Thomas Gover. He'll throw that one down deep. 13:15 left first period. Paye takes a bump for his trouble there. Puck finally thrown out of the zone by Brody Rock. Coming from a defensive position now is Brady Stevens. He's there first, throws it into the MVU zone, and follows up after that one. Chevalier making a nice move down below his own red line. 12:56 left first period. Turnover at the blue line. Coming to get this one now is Carter White. White trying to drop it off there for Messier. His shot was blocked down in front. Welch now for Milton around the outside. Cut out there by Colin Teague. Teague now gets it to the far blue line, held in there by Choquette as he throws it right back down into MVU territory with 12:34 left in the first period. Chipping it along now, arms are going to stay down. Here comes King. Sullivan King puts the brakes on, looking out in front. Taken now by Messier. He threw a pass across the ice, missed everybody, and MVU has to retreat at their own blue line. Quick line changes coming across for Milton, as they're only running about 2 strong lines. They only have 2 strong lines, so
You'll have 2 lines total.
keeping fresh legs on the ice is imperative for Milton. 12 minutes left, first period. MVU setting up shot behind their own net with Cole Renadette. Renadette from behind his own net, getting that one over to Martin. On the near side of the ice, Martin looking for a pass out in front. That one was taken away by Howard. Puck on the near side of the ice. Milton trying to break out of their own zone. Cameron Martin, 3 points on the season. Strong stick handler as he came into the zone. MVU looking to get some breakout passes now. LaRush in over the line. Offside is the call. I'm not really sure who it was, as both of them were kind of headed in, Martin and Gagne. So it really could have been either one of them, but offside is the call. 11:36 left first period. Faceoff's going to be outside Milton territory.
It don't take much of a move laterally to throw people offside.
Right.
Case in point.
That's why you always say don't make a move at the blue line.
Yeah. Get it across the line, then make the move.
Puck at center ice. Boucher had that one on his stick momentarily, but MVU harassing him at neutral ice. Choquette takes a bump for his trouble, loses the puck there. Puck tied up at neutral ice with 11 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first period. Howard, cross-ice pass, taken away here by Cameron Martin. He'll dump it back into the Milton zone. Martin at center ice gets that one down on Philbrook. He shovels that one off into the near corner, taken here by Maxwell Howard. 11:01 left, first period. Gagne looking to cut towards the center of the ice. Swung out and back into the corner by Boucher. Boucher shoveling that one towards the center of the ice. Here comes Braden Welch with a head full of steam. He's around the outside of Chevalier. Welch still has the puck on his stick, looking for reinforcements coming off the bench. Bushy now down low, working on Gilbert. Scrum for the puck, finally pops free. MVU coming out of their own end. Howard inside his own defensive end. That one pops up and out of play. 10.5 minutes left first period. We'll get another stoppage of play. Faceoff should remain inside for MVU.
Yep, way down next to Philbrook.
Second line out there for MVU. Gates, Gover, and Newhall. MVU winning the draw. Gover gets that one down deep. 10:23 left first period. Shot from the point. That one was tipped down. Philbrook makes the save.
Great shot.
Colin Teague circling around now in the offensive end. At the blue line, Teague on the near side. Drops it off there. Giving it up. Here comes Braden Welch. Race for the puck. Renadette bumping him off the puck. Puck still loose. Out in front of the net. Paye keeping it alive for Milton. Shot stays on the ice. That one hit a body in front and didn't make it all the way down to Connolly. 9:54 left first period. MVU throwing that one the length of the ice. That's all they could do there to relieve the pressure. So we'll get another stoppage of play with 9:51 left here first period. We're still tied at 0.
Turnover in the neutral zone. And but give MVU credit. They had a couple guys coming back, and they didn't give up on them until they were down by their net.
Well, Cole Renadette and didn't give up at all, as that shot may have gone off the stick of Connolly and into the far corner. 9:43 left first period. MVU coming out of the scrum with the puck. Gilbert now around the outside of his own cage on the near side of the ice, trying to get that one up to Messier. Messier chipping that one along. Here comes Sullivan King. Messier now has the puck inside the zone, trying to wheel a backhanded pass towards Sullivan King. Pinching down from the blue line and holding that one in was Lucian Gilbert. 3-on-1 developing here. Here comes Choquette in over the blue line. Sliding that one over. Shot on Connolly by Allard. That one was saved down. Long lead pass goes off Sullivan King's stick. Icing waved off. Battle for this one. Howard chips that one along the far side of the ice. Here's Carter White now trying to angle a pass towards the center of the ice. Puck pops high in the air, and Milton able to throw that one the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. 8:57 left first period. Faceoff's coming back down inside Yellow Jacket territory.
Giving up an odd man rush. Those are the things you can't do. Milton didn't take advantage. He had a great shot, and
I would have expected one more pass out of that rush. 3-on-1 like that, trying to get back towards the net, as whistling a shot wide was Maddox Gagne. Martin Dropping it back off to the point. Renadette takes a shot. Traffic in front. Puck still loose. Shot just goes wide as LaRoche had an opportunity on the short side. 8:42 left, first period. LaRoche towards the center of the ice. Poked away there. Here comes Braden Welch. Held in at the blue line momentarily, but here comes Brock Bushy. Bushy losing the puck at the blue line. MVU having a great opportunity. Right back up ice now is Brock Bushy. He's on the far side of the ice, takes a shot. Connolly able to block that one down. Rebound given up, but off to the side of the net. 8:23 left, first period. Puck goes back into Milton territory, gathered here by Brady Stevens. He bangs it off the backboards, looking for some help from Riley Sweeney. Sweeney now trapped off by Cameron Martin. We're going to get a call. I believe it's going to be Gagne going to the box.
Well, that's only 180 feet from his net.
2 minutes for interference, so we'll see Milton for the first time on the power play with 8:09 left, first period.
Milton's had 3 shots, and they were 3 good shots.
Connolly's had to make quite a few saves up high,
Yep.
and kind of awkward saves at that. In the past, this power play has been pretty fast with the puck movement. We'll see if that remains the case now. 8 minutes left, first period. Milton setting it up top now. Choquette sliding that one over to Welch. Back up top to Choquette at the blue line on the far side. Little pitch and catch there with Welch. Getting that one back down deep. Rock now has it down there. Rock looking back up top. Bushy sliding it back down to Rock. MVU keeping them all on the outside, which is exactly what you want to do on a penalty kill. Yep. Puck at the blue line, saved by Killian Choquette, and an unreal effort to keep that one alive.
That was a great effort.
MVU trying to get out of the zone. Choquette keeping it alive once again at the blue line. That's who you want on the power play at the blue line, keeping that puck alive for Milton. Yep. 1 minute left on the man advantage for Milton. 7:10 left here, first period.
He's definitely the quarterback.
Choquette into the offensive zone, dropping it off there. Bushy, shot through traffic, doesn't make it through. Here comes MVU shorthanded. Bruzy in over the blue line. Luke Bruzy takes a shot on goal. Good job by Choquette getting his stick involved in that one and pushed the shot just wide. 6:48 left, first period. Half a minute left in the man advantage. MVU dumping that one immediately as Milton crossed the line, so they'll relieve just a little bit more pressure. Wheeling around with a head full of steam now is Reese Paye through his own defensive end on the near side of the ice. Bodies flying all over the place, but here comes Dominic Boucher. Boucher snapped a shot on goal. That one hit a body in front and went wide down into the far corner. 6:23 left, first period. Puck out in front now at the blue line. Held in there by Milton. Backhanded down by Brody Rock. 6:15 left, first period. Puck around the outside. Messier's going to be the first one there down in the corner on the far side of the ice. He'll bang that one out to center ice and get that one down deep, effectively killing off the penalty with 6:05 left, first period. Sweeney gets knocked down on the play. Coming back to grab this one is Dominic Boucher around the outside of his own net. Good defense there by Sullivan King. He's tried to backhand a pass, leaves it at the blue line for Teague. He takes a shot, that one whistled just wide.
He don't shoot very many wide.
Puck now at the near blue line. Backhanded all the way down. Connolly has to make the save on that one. Doesn't like what he sees in front of him, so he'll hold on to that one. We'll get another stoppage play with 5:38 left, first period. A very quick first period for both of these teams.
Yeah,
not a whole lot of stoppages to play.
No, the guys are moving the puck well on both sides. But MVU could have took 2 more penalties down here right after that penalty end. They didn't call either one of them, but depending on the referees, those could be penalties. And look where they are. They're down by the Milton's net. Crazy.
Well, there's such a thing as being over-aggressive.
Exactly, and that. It was a good example of when there was 2 of them they could have called.
Chevalier had his feet taken out from underneath him. Arms are going to stay down. It's at the point now. Held in by Stevens. He gets that one down deep. 5:16 left, first period. Puck along the near side. Messier bangs it around the outside. Taken here by Chevalier. He's on the far side of the ice. Cross ice pass, looking out in front. That one's tipped down. Messier's going to chase in after it into the near corner. Messier wheeling around, bumping into bodies there. Now it's taken away by Maxwell Howard. Into the offensive zone, leaves the puck behind him. Offside will be the call. as he was in with a head full of steam, but just left something behind. So 4:54 left first period. Faceoff's going to come outside MVU territory.
The transition game for both teams is very good, or at least this part of it anyways.
Faceoff won back by Gates. Milton throwing it into the offensive zone with Stevens. That one takes a bounce off the backboards. Now it's on the near side of the ice with Thomas Gover. He's elected to throw that one out to neutral ice. Race for this one. Taken away here by Paye. At the blue line. Here comes MVU. Tripped up. His Sullivan King arm is up. That's Caleb Newhall that came in, drawing the penalty. So MVU now is going to go on the power play. Reese Paye going to sit for 2 with 4:31 left. He's going to go to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. And now we'll see MVU for the first time on the power play.
And it'd be a great place to get one. But that call right there, he cut behind him and tripped over his leg. Is that really tripping? Must be.
You make I mean it is, it is. But you make a move like that and you're impeded. The officials are going to call that 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Gover setting the offense. Dropping it off here. Chevalier surveys the territory in front of him, takes a shot. No traffic in front. Good save by Philbrook as he controlled the rebound, falls on top of it. 16 seconds has expired in the penalty to Reese Paye.
And Sullivan King was right there, and it dropped down and he poked it, but...
Milton can't clear the zone as Renadette holds it in there for MVU. Renadette looking up top, cuts to the center of the ice. Got to be careful there, maintains possession of the puck. Renadette takes a shot on goal that hit a body in front. King takes a shot, good save by Philbrook as he got a piece of that one. Puck's at the blue line, held in by Gates. Gets that one over to Gover. Gover back over to Gates. Looks up, takes a shot, rebound, right out front, good save by Philbrook. Shot, score! Cole Renadette puts it by Philbrook on the rebound, and it's a power play goal for MVU. They lead 1-0.
And Philbrook made 2 great saves, but the third guy in is the guy that put it in. And that's why you go to the net, especially during the power play. You outnumber them guys.
Well, and that's where Milton, everybody was trapped looking at the net.
Yeah.
Nobody could look for the puck because nobody was watching who was coming behind him. It was just a scrum for that puck, and Cole Renadette coming down from the blue line puts it by Philbrook, and it's a 1-0 lead for MVU. 3:40 left first period. Stevens losing the puck there. Gagne has it on his stick. Now on the near side of the ice. Puck up to the top. Gagne over to Renadette. Paye finally able to get it out of the defensive end. Shoved along here by Brody Allard. He gets it into the offensive zone, into the far corner. 3:15 left first period. MVU leading 1-0. Chase after this puck. Paye, first one there. Dropping it off. Here comes Gagne. Gagne takes a shot. Good save by Philbrook. He lays down on top of that one. Puck squirted free, but a good save by Philbrook. 3 minutes left first period.
It's almost like there's blood in the water right now.
Net is off. Can't say enough about the back-to-back saves there from Ryan Philbrook as he just had his work cut out for him. Gagne was bearing down on him, made one nice move, tried to flip it over the pad, and a good save by Philbrook.
Philbrook is a veteran. He's a senior, and he's played well every minute he's played for Milton.
White right out in front, taken away by Welch. King getting that one back down deep, looking for White. Messier getting involved on the hitting. That shot tipped just wide. 2:38 left first period. Shot off the backboards, looking for a rebound out in front. Now it's taken away by Howard. White has that one go through his legs. 2:23 left first period. MVU back into the offensive zone. Icing will be the call with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left first period. We'll set up for an offensive zone draw here for Milton.
MVU has really cranked up the pressure the last 4 or 5 minutes. And, Milton's hanging on. They gave up one.
I'm impressed with the speed so far. This is the first time that I've seen the MVU boys play this year, and I'm impressed with the speed and control that I've seen. Shot, score! As that one was tipped off the draw. I believe it was Welch that let that one go. It was tipped down, goes right in between the wickets of Connolly. And just like that, with 2:17 left first period, we're tied at 1.
And this is so typical. I got MVU for 12 shots, and Milton has 4. And the score is 1-1.
Well, it's that took a very awkward bounce, and it was a shot from the high slot, or from the high face-off dot, right on top of the hash marks, and it was tipped and went straight down.
Yep.
Shot on goal, good save by Connolly. As now you were just saying there was blood in the water, now there's blood in the water on the other side as the Yellow Jackets are swarming. Back out to center ice, now here comes Colin Teague. He's in over the blue line on the near side. Teague down into the corner, dropping it off there for Gates. Gabriel Gates dropping it there. Gover had that one go off his stick. Shot from the point is blocked down. Chipped along here, now here comes Killian Choquette. Head full of steam, he's around Newhall. Choquette still has possession of the puck, cutting towards the center of the ice. He takes a shot back across the grain. That one hit a leg in front. 1 minute and 30 seconds left, first period. Newhall now out of his own end, getting it up to Renadette. In over the blue line on the near side. Renadette, cross ice pass. Coming off the bench now, grabbing this one is Martin. He's down deep below the net. Looking out in front, it's right in the blue paint. Puck still loose. Official loses sight of it, so the whistle goes. We'll get another stoppage of play now with 75 seconds left here in the first period.
That hit off a MVU skate, and Philbrook stayed down, but the puck wasn't covered. But nobody was looking at it because they didn't know where it was.
We had the best vantage point of that one, Coach.
Yeah. We're the only guys who knew where the puck was.
Just give me a whistle. What do you think? 1:05 left, first period. MVU trying to get one before this stanza ends. Martin dropping it off there. Puck at the blue line. Pinching down now is Chevalier. Coming away is Maddox Gagne. Gagne, short side shot, score! Maddox Gagne puts it in the top shelf where Grandma keeps the peanut butter. 2-1 MVU, 53 seconds left, first period.
Now that is where very few goalies can. I mean, that was almost bar down. And, as soon as Philbrook went down, Gagne went up, and it takes an excellent shot to go in, and it was an excellent shot.
And you've talked about this before. Last year, you said it a lot. Goalies have a tendency to go down too soon, and there's nothing he could do on that one. Maddox Gagne was on him so fast.
Yep, and it was a quick turnover. It wasn't a long developing play.
LaRuche tripped up. Still has the puck on his stick. Takes a shot. Score! Ryan LaRuche with 35 seconds now left in the first period. MVU leads 3-1.
Philbrook might want to consider staying up on those shots. Same place. As soon as he went down, LaRuche went up.
Well, and this is tough. It's a tough position, right? So you've given up 3 goals in the first period. You don't have a backup. It's on you.
That's right, yeah.
And you got to feel for Philbrook in this moment. There's nobody behind you. Do you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulder? And I'm telling you, the saves that young man makes, he's got nothing to hang his head about.
Right. No, he's been a good goalie ever since he started playing for him.
MVU trying to come right back. That was less than 20 seconds between goals. 25 seconds now left here, first period. Puck at center ice. Messier has the puck on his stick. Trying to get it into the offensive zone. Welch down in front, takes a shot. Good save by Connolly.
That almost hit the post.
Coming right back. 5 seconds left in the first period. Messier taking on 2 Yellow Jacket defenders. Almost was able to get free. And with the horn sounding, that is the end of the first period. MVU scores 3 times, and they lead 3-1.
Just one example, but there's a lot of, are they leaving people open in the slot? Well, last year they gave up way too many easy goals last year. And, they're cutting down on that. The problem this year is they're just not scoring.
Well, they've fixed that a little bit here against Milton. Underway here in the second period.
That guy left his skates to hit that guy along the board. That is charging.
Got to be careful.
And they didn't. Well, it's behind Milton's net. That drives me crazy.
Well, they come out unscathed. 14 and a half minutes left, second period. Puck at the blue line now. Milton trying to get that one into the offensive zone. Offside will be the call. So the faceoff's going to come outside MVU territory with 14:25 left here in the second period. Line changes coming across the boards for both sides. And you asked me a question during break. You know, do you think Milton can keep up the pace? You know, it's all about how you condition. But this early in the season, you know, who is prepared to run two lines this often?
Right. And, you know.
Turnover here. Puck down in front as Sweeney tried to drop it between the legs. Milton throwing that one the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. Go ahead, Coach.
And we were talking about, yes, you want to be aggressive. You want to make Milton earn it. But leaving your feet to hit a guy on the end boards behind their net.
Up 3-1.
Up 3-1. It's crazy.
It gets, we can keep making it worse, you know what I mean, by the situation. But that just comes down to discipline, you know.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think from what I'm seeing, though, so far from this team, is that there's more discipline on this team than I've seen in the past.
I think so, too. But, you know, they still, those penalties in the offensive zone, they drive me crazy.
Puck at the point now. Chevalier snapped that one just wide. 13:42 left, second period. Puck down low. LaRush has it there. Dropping it off to the side. Martin back up top. Chevalier, D-to-D pass. Turnover here. Here comes Welch. Welch with a head full of steam on the far side. He takes a shot on goal. Connolly stays with him, makes the save. 13:25 left, second period. MVU breaking out of their own zone now. Gagne, he has a goal in this one. Swerving around, looking towards the net. Dropping it off there. LaRoche takes a shot. Philbrook stays with him the entire way. No rebound given up. 13:15 left. Second period. Good save once again by Philbrook.
And we talk about guys that play together and why it's important. Gagne's been playing with LaRoche now for quite a while, and they know what each other is going to do. And I expect by the time the end of the season's done, these guys are going to have some points.
Puck down around the cage. Gates has it on his stick, looking out in front, centering pass, cut out nicely by Milton. 12:58 left, second period, and up come the Yellow Jackets now with Rock. He'll throw that one to the backboards. Chasing after that, he's the first one there. Right out in front, tying up the stick on the backside was Gabriel Gates. Now MVU out of their own defensive end, just out of the reach of Renadette. Renadette looking for his bid at a second goal. Now it's taken around the back by Brady Stevens. He reverses ice. Now it's on the near side of the ice with 12:35 left here in the second period. Puck at neutral ice. Shoveled into the offensive zone by Boucher. Backhanded pass kicked away by Renadette off to the near side. Teague trying to flip that one out of the zone. Not able to do it. Centering pass looking for Brody Allard. It's down into the corner. 12:18 left, second period. Puck at the top. Taking the shot. That one was off the stick of Reese Paye. Hits a body in front and goes off into the corner. MVU not able to clear the zone. Kept alive at the backside by Brady Stevens. He pushes that one back down deep with 12:03 left, second period. Puck on the far side of the ice. Milton keeping it alive with Brock Bushy. He's around the outside, taking stick check after stick check. Slap shot from the point, Stevens. That one hit a body in front and went wide. MVU now looking to transition with Thomas Gover through center ice. Thomas Gover throwing it off the boards. Turnover there. Now here comes Brody Allard into the offensive zone on the far side. He snaps a shot, waffle boarded aside by Connolly. Catches a stick or a skate coming off the bench. Flips up into the bench. We'll get a stoppage of play with 11:39 left here in the second period.
And we talked about how important back checking was. The rush they had a while ago, but the guy that broke up the play in front of that, Gates, he's a center, you know.
King around the outside, looking for Messier in the front. King takes a shot, safe, shot, score! Ian Messier puts MVU up 4-1 with 11 and a half minutes left in the second.
If you're going to give up a rebound, don't give it up in front of your net. But it's Philbrook did what he could. It was a 2-on-1, and Messier right place, right time, right on his stick, made no mistake, and it didn't take him very long to get rid of that puck.
Tip of the hat there to Sullivan King. That's his second assist of the game. Now he's got 4 points on the season, 1 goal, 3 assists.
This is going volleyball, scored by number 6, Ian Messier.
Shot on goal, Connolly knocking that one down. Bodies flying all over the ice. Here comes another odd man rush with Sullivan King. He takes a stick up around the arms. Arms are going to stay down. Centering pass right out in front. Shot score! Ian Messier, his second of the period, puts MVU up 5-1.
Almost the same kind of play. The shot came in from Philbrook's glove side, it'd be his left side. He made the save, but Messier was. Now, if you're Milton, you say, who was trailing Messier? You know, why was Messier left alone twice in a matter of what, 15, 20 seconds?
Legs are playing a factor here. You can tell that's 2 odd man rushes in the last 30 seconds that have led to MVU goals.
Exactly.
And smart call here by Bryant Perry. He's going to call a timeout. Give his boys a rest, but you got to settle the troops.
Exactly. And again, that second man in, where was the Milton back checker? And MVU's done just the opposite. Anytime there's been a rush into the zone, they've had a forward on them. And, you know, they're not relying on their 2 defense, because sometimes the defenseman's slow or he gets pinched or falls down, whatever. But that other forward coming back has made a difference for MVU, and it's killed Milton. I mean, especially in the last 2 goals. So, it's awful. Maybe you'll say, well, the Milton team is trying to play offense to catch up. Well, it's pretty early in the game to be trying to run and gun against a team that's got a lot more skaters than you got.
Got more skaters and more scoring opportunities.
Yeah. So
you know, momentum is a big thing in high school hockey, and right now it's all in the way and in the sails of MVU. It's hard to push against that grain, but again, like you said, with the legs, it's not the time to do it.
No. You got to hunker down, play great defense, try to settle your team down. Don't give up two-on-ones, 2 of them in 30 seconds, and have a guy score on both of them.
You have to be careful too here if you're Milton. You know, your opportunities to score are not only, you know, few and far between, but you have to keep your head in a situation like this, down 5-1.
Yeah.
MVU out of their own end. Snap pass for LaRush. Puck back out to neutral ice. Teague now inside his own zone with 10:45 left, second period. MVU trying to get it into the offensive zone. Milton playing some good defense at the blue line. Teague fakes the pass, gets it up. Now it's LaRush dropping it off there for Martin. Cutting towards the center of the ice. Philbrook had that one pinned against the cage. Whistle goes, 10:23 left, second period. We'll get another stoppage play, and it's going to be an offensive zone draw here for MVU.
Philbrook looks like he's just ran 1,000 miles. You can
I bet it feels like he has.
You can just see it in his body language.
Offensive zone draw. Milton coming away with this one at the blue line. And over the offensive line was Rock. He had his pocket picked. And back up ice now is Gates. Puck at neutral ice, thrown in by Newhall. Gates chasing in after this one on the near side. Dropping it off in front. Shot on goal. Good save by Philbrook. He'll hold on to that one. No rebound given up. 10:04 left, second period. MVU still leads 5-1.
They got 7 shots in the first 5 minutes. Of course, they've scored 2 goals. And Milton has 2.
But this, in a situation like this where you are up 5-1, now is a good chance to work on your offense. Work on your passing inside the offensive zone. You know, you have a lead. You can't give up, and you can't, you know, hit the brakes at all. But as Messier comes across and makes a good play at neutral ice, but you have to work on some things going forward now.
Yep.
Milton into the offensive zone, drop down. Sweeney throws that one into the offensive end. Gilbert going to be the first one there, shoveling along the near side of the ice. Dodges a check there with 9:35 left, second period. Chevalier in his own defensive end, turning it over there. Rock has it in the high slot. Has his pocket picked by Sullivan King. Thrown right back down by Riley Sweeney. Sweeney will get that one down deep. Head to the bench for a change. 9:20 left, second period. Wheeling around in the offensive zone now is Maynard. Centering pass, good save by Connolly. On an in-tight opportunity by Brock Bushy. That shot just went wide. 9:10 left, second period. Milton getting a couple of opportunities. Going towards net. Connolly has to stand tall inside the blue paint. Messier has 2 in the game. Centering that one. Gloved and held on by Philbrook. No rebound given up. 8:59 left, second period. Going to be an offensive zone draw here for MVU, and it will be to the right of Ryan Philbrook. Shot on goal, Gagne getting that one in the upper quadrant. Philbrook holds on. We'll get another stoppage play. 8:55 left, second period.
He was on his knees, though. You know, I don't like that. Not from out that far.
Well, and now it's tough, too, because you've given up 5 goals.
Right.
Now you want to make the save, so your initial reaction is to cover the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
Good move on the outside. Colin Teague takes a shot. Rebound out in front. Shot good save by Philbrook. Another one out in front. Good job by Milton clearing the side of the net. Ryan Philbrook standing on his head on that one.
That's the best save of the game. MVU had 3 shots at him. That puck was laying on the open side, but MVU couldn't get a stick on it.
About 3 Thunderbirds had an opportunity to put it past, and it all started with Colin Teague at the point, making a nice move in the initial shot on goal. 8.5 minutes left, first period. Puck down now below the red line. Right out in front. Gates threw that one just wide. Centering pass. It's at the point now with Chevalier. He takes a shot. Good save by Philbrook. 8:19 left, second period. Milton still can't get out of their own zone. That one's going to pop up and out of play. We'll get another stoppage play with 8:15 left, second period.
Yeah, Milton right now is wishing that there was end of the period. Because they are really, you just see the guys skating on the ice. They're kind of heads hanging down. Well, you're down 5-1. And, you know, they got a long ways in this one to go.
We're only about halfway through this entire game. And MVU still swirling around. Newhall backhanding that one into the far corner. Coming across to grab this one is now Howard. He loses it there. It's at the point. Not able to be held in by Caden Chevalier. D-to-D pass. Turnover here. Here comes Milton.
Gabe Gates on the back check.
Big hit at the blue line as Maynard was taken out of the play. Chevalier wheeling around, starting the offense from the defensive end. 7:41 left, second period. Chevalier into the offensive zone. Offside is the call, so the faceoff's going to come outside MVU territory with 7:38 left here in the second period.
And the Messier line steps back on. Messier and White. Newhall. No. King.
Puck on the near side of the ice. 7:27 left, second period. Teague takes a shot. That one was blocked down in front. 7:19 left, second period. Puck on the near side of the ice. King losing it there. Skating out at his own end now, here's Brody Allard. He takes a shot on goal that hit off of Teague's leg and goes down into the corner. 7:05 left, second period. Renadette now skating out of his own end. Over the blue line, Renadette takes a shot, gloved. Knocked down by Philbrook. He'll hold on to that one. No rebound given up. 6:58 left, second period.
That was right up around his ears. Renadette looked up, saw him down. Looking for the crossbar.
Offensive zone draw here for MVU. Face-off won by Milton. Pushing ahead now is Cameron Martin. Puck on the near side of the ice, flipped up. Gagne has it there. Back across the grain. That one just went wide. Philbrook may have gotten a piece of that. 6:45 left, second period.
I think he hit a blocker.
Foot race after this one. Sweeney tried to make a move towards the center of the ice. 6:35 left, second period.
See, though, MVU had 3 guys back, and one of them has to be a forward. Last year, I wouldn't say they would have done that, but there was 3 guys back, and you got 1 Milton guy. So that's how they have to play.
I am thoroughly impressed with Gabriel Gates in this game. The freshman playing wise beyond his grade level with the back checking, and not only that, but his poise in the offensive zone. It's impressive to watch this young man skate.
Yeah.
Shot blocked down, right on cue. Gates has the puck, skating out of his own end, giving it up there to Newhall, throwing it into the offensive zone. Coming across to gather this one is Stevens. Puck at neutral ice. Taken away by Teague. He's in over the blue line, backhands that one down deep. Bushy out of his own end through neutral ice, backhands that one down as he shoveled that one into the offensive zone. 5:55 left, second period. Puck along the side of the net, and now away comes Gover through center ice and over the blue line on the far side. Gover has it there, takes a shot, and Philbrook staying with him the entire way. Thrown towards the blue line, held in by Renadette. That one's blocked down. Newhall takes a shot on goal, gloved and held on by Philbrook. And if you're Ryan Philbrook, these little saves that you're making, these glove saves, these no rebounds, control of your rebounds, this gets your confidence back up.
Yeah, exactly. He's had 17 shots so far this period, and we still got over 5 minutes in it. And his defense isn't doing him any favors.
Shot on goal, that one went high. Puck down in front. MVU trying to hold the line. Gilbert can't hold on to that one. D-to-D pass. Chevalier getting it back over to Gilbert. Up ice, quick pass towards the center of the ice. Here comes King. He shovels that one down deep. 5:04 left, second period. Big hit down below. Carter White getting his body involved on that one. Chevalier dancing around at the blue line, leaving it there for Lucian Gilbert. It escapes the zone and goes back out to neutral ice. 4:47 left, second period. Messier, got to be careful, dancing around with the puck inside his own defensive end. White around the outside, throws it towards the blue line. It's held in by Howard. He'll get that one back down deep with Caden Chevalier now around his outside of his own cage with 4.5 minutes left. Turnover at the blue line. Messier skating up ice. Now in over the blue line on the far side. Messier has it on his stick. Takes a shot. Good save by Philbrook. Rebound given up. Carter White was bearing down but not able to get there as Milton was able to get active sticks in the defensive end and cleared the puck. 4:13 left, second period. Martin getting that one into the offensive zone. Giving chase after this one now is Maxwell Howard. Puck in the high slot. Now skated out by Milton. Looking out in front. Choquette not able to make the pass. And right back up ice now is Ryan LaRush. LaRush cuts towards the center of the ice. Takes a shot. Good save by Philbrook is that one. Just popped up.
Almost fell in the net.
Battle in front of the net. 3.5 minutes left, second period. Puck in the near corner, hitting, picking up now. Martin getting it over to Renadette. Renadette leaving it back up top for Martin. Snapshot on goal, Teague let that one go. Went high and wide. Centering pass, Teague coming down from the blue line. Maintains possession of that, nobody filling the point. Teague has the puck on his stick. Around the outside, back up to the top, takes a shot, rebound out in front. Milton trying to get it out, they do. Out to center ice, Renadette gathers just outside the faceoff dot with 2:53 left, second period. MVU getting that one back down deep. Puck taken around now by Brady Stevens. Teague sliding that one over to Renadette. Now on the far side, cross ice pass looking for LaRush. Skating out now, out of his own end. Now here goes Braden Welch around the outside, takes a hook there. Arms are going to stay down. Welch trying to get to the center of the ice. Good job by Teague, playing strong defense. and not allowing Welch to cut back to the center of the ice. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left, second period.
A good job by Maddox Gagne on the back check. It would have been one-on-one, but when Teague separated him from the puck, who was there to pick it up? Maddox Gagne and take it out.
Choquette now inside the offensive zone, looking out in front. Choquette sliding it out in front, rebound. Just skating over that one was Rock. Shot from the point, tipped out in front, good save by Connolly. That one goes off the outside, off the stick of Brody Rock. 1:50 left, second period. Couple of good chances there. Here comes Gates into the offensive zone around the outside of Choquette. Takes a shot, good save by Philbrook. Has he got the pad on that one? 1:40 left, second period. Both of these teams trading blows here at the end of the second period. Chevalier skating up ice, dropping it off there. Held in by Ben Ledoux. 1:25 left, second period. Icing will be the call. 1 minute and 22 seconds left, second period, and what an exciting little sequence we just saw from both Milton and MVU in the last 3 minutes.
You know, and Connolly hasn't been called upon too much, but boy, that was a great toe save. He had it stretched out to the limit, and you got to be careful about MVU now falling into some bad habits. They're having their way with Milton right now, but you know that you mentioned it. Guy dropped down from the point, nobody took his place. You know, those are fundamental things you have to do, and you have to do them well against every team.
Something especially, you know, it doesn't hurt you when you're up 5-1, but it hurts you when you're tied 1-1.
Exactly, and you know, Milton didn't take advantage, but that don't mean they won't next time.
60 seconds left, second period. Milton back up ice. Howard taken out of the play. Gloved and held on by Connolly. We'll get another stoppage play with 47 seconds left here in this second period. And, you know, the hitting has picked up, but Milton's not headhunting. And that's impressive, and that's a testament to Bryant Perry and how he coaches these kids. You know, you can get into a situation, you're down 5-1, especially early in the game, you can start headhunting and just dig yourself deeper.
Yep.
Teague into the offensive zone, snaps a shot on goal that went off a leg. Brady Stevens getting in the way of that one. Stevens, after taking that one off the leg, trying to slide a pass up the center of the ice.
Nice save.
Taken here by Ryan LaRuche. LaRuche around the outside, still has the puck on his stick. Trying to create some magic in the offensive end with 25 seconds left. Cross-ice pass looking for Cameron Martin. That one went off a stick and into the corner. Rock now has the puck on his stick. He's around the outside of the cage. Throws that one out of the zone. 14 seconds left, second period. Delayed offside. Milton trying to exit their zone. That pass went right underneath the stick of Brody Allard. Here comes Gilbert. He'll get that one into the offensive zone. It's gathered here by Brady Stevens, and with that ends the second period. MVU leads 5-1.
You just don't have the horses, and we'll see what they do with this period. And if MVU mixes some lines up and gets the fourth line out and all that kind of stuff.
We're underway here in the third period. Philbrook coming out below the red line to play that one. 10 seconds old in this third period. Puck heading along the outside of the ice. Taken away by White. Shoveling a pass down to the bottom. It's taken away here by Milton. Boucher getting it out to center ice. Teague now has it on his stick just inside his own blue line. Messier has two in this game. Looking out in front. Messier has the puck on his stick, sliding a pass across, looking for Sullivan King. Puck's at the point now. Renadette throws that one back down to King. Back over to Renadette. Making a nice move there. Two nice moves. Looking around the outside. Messier has the puck on his stick. 14-16 left, third period. Centering pass. That one was blocked off by the net and stays below against the end boards. White trying to shovel that one along, working there with Maxwell Howard with 14:04 left, third period. Centering pass out up top. Sullivan King, shot score! Sullivan King lets that one go from just inside the blue line, and just like that, MVU leads 6-1 with 14 minutes left, third period.
Boy, Messier showed a lot of patience. He was sitting behind the net, watching the guys battle for it. He gets it behind the net. He's looking around, and then he finds somebody coming down through the slot, and bingo's in the net. But no, you got to hand it to Messier there. He didn't panic. He didn't try to do anything crazy. He waited till he had help, and no, puck's in the net.
That's a 3-point night for both of those young men right there. Ian Messier, 2 goals and an assist. Sullivan King, 2 assists and a goal. 13:50 left third period. MVU leads 6-1. Welch out of his own end, throwing that one towards the backboards and chases after it. Welch will be the first one there, wheeling around inside the offensive zone, gets it back up to the point. Stevens cutting towards the center of the ice, takes a shot. That one hit a body in front. Now skating out here is Gagne. In over the red line and over the blue line. Gagne back across the grain to LaRush. Centering pass looking for Gagne, cutting towards the center of the ice. That one just went off the heel of his stick. Bushy out of his own defensive end. And over the blue line, Bushy looking out in front. Welch takes a shot. That one got caught up in the skates of Caden Chevalier. Gagne throwing that one towards neutral ice with 13:10 left third period. Welch shoveling that one into the offensive zone. Gilbert throwing that one cross ice. Allard chipping that one along the boards is taken away by Cameron Martin, who slides a pass over to Teague. Turnover there as Paye now has it on his stick. Whips a shot on goal. That one went wide. Gover with a pass towards the blue line. It's cut out there and taken by Brody Allard. 12:39 left third period. Gates around the outside, centering a pass there. Shot on goal that hit Newhall in front and goes harmlessly off to the backboards. Gover back up top, can't hit Renadette as that one hops over his stick and goes out to center ice with 12:23 left here in the third period. Sliding a pass there, Renadette losing the puck at the blue line. MVU has to reset. Newhall now on the far side of the ice, in over the blue line, puts the brakes on, snaps a shot on goal. Philbrook elects to pop that one up into the corner. That goes out of play. You get another stoppage play with 12:07 left here in the third period.
And MVU don't seem to be taking any time off here. They're still buzzing. They're still hungry. And Milton's still hanging on.
Third line back out there for MVU. Point production coming out of this line. King trying to angle a pass towards the center of the ice. 11:55 left third period. Bushy losing the puck there. Choquette throwing it towards the blue line, held in by Teague. Glove down by Messier. He whips a shot on goal. That one went wide. King trying to slide that one back up top. Welch gets it out there. Now here comes Brock Bushy, just out of his reach. Welch has the puck on his stick, able to get back onside. Welch cutting back towards the center of the ice, takes a shot. Good save by Connolly as he stayed with him the entire way. White. We're going to get a penalty here. Messier is going to go to the box. 2 minutes for roughing. $11:25 left third period. And Milton is going to go back on the power play. They're 0 for 1 in this game.
There hasn't been many penalties in this game.
Not as many as I'm used to calling.
Surprisingly.
11 minutes, 20 seconds left third period. Welch keeps that one alive. MVU shorthanded coming out. Bruzy loses the puck there. Welch skating back up ice. Welch in over the blue line on the near side of the ice, working there on Lucian Gilbert. Chipped along by Bushy. Bushy has possession of the puck. Leaves it there for Rock, cutting towards the center of the ice, trying to slide that one along the net, or along the ice. Connolly making the save on that one in tight. 10:52 left third period. MVU still can't get out. Now as Brock Bushy has it on the near side of the ice, just inside the blue line. Puck back up top. That pass went through the zone and all the way back down. 10:40 left third period. Philbrook had to play that one. Choquette now has the puck inside his own defensive end. Choquette with a head full of steam and over the blue line on the near side, gets to the center of the ice and elects to set up the offense there. Saucer pass, looking cross ice. Howard had it there. Back up top. Howard on his stick. Comes down to the top of the face-off dots. Centering pass goes through the crease. 10:15 left third period. MVU able to relieve the pressure. And back up ice now is Caleb Newhall. Newhall around the outside takes a shot. That one went off the outside of the boards. Popped back up front. White keeping it in the offensive zone. 36 seconds left on the Messier minor. 9:58 left here in the third period. Choquette wheeling around inside his own defensive end. Howard surveying the territory in front of him, leaves it there for Allard. Brody Allard, backhanded pass, turnover there. Newhall whips it right back down deep with 9:43 left, third period. 15 seconds left in the man advantage for Milton. Turnover there. Renadette flipping it back into the offensive zone. Choquette with 8 seconds left in the power play. MVU did a good job killing off the power play. We're back to even strength with 9:25 left here in the third period. Choquette, shot on goal. That went off the mask. Off the mask of Connolly, up and out of play.
I'm sure Connolly saw that one because it hit him right square in the face.
Well, that's using your head.
Yeah, that's right. Use all parts of the equipment.
You pay for it. Might as well use it.
That's right, yeah. You imagine them guys in the old days with no mask?
You think it would have went out of play?
Probably not. Probably been a bloody nose or something going on there.
9:10 left, third period. MVU inside their own zone. Here comes LaRoche. Snap pass, looking for Martin. What a great little play that was. Man, I could have had a souvenir there if it wasn't for the net.
Yeah.
That one's up and out of play. 9:02 left, third period. Going to set up for an offensive zone draw here for MVU.
If you watch that sequence, you can see the chemistry between LaRoche and Gagne and Martin. They just know what each other is going to do. And, that's so important.
Welch chipping that one off the boards. He's off to the races here. Look at Gates one more time coming back. Wrapping his stick around the midsection. Arms are going to stay down, but another great back check there by Gabriel Gates. 8:43 left, third period. Puck up ice now. Here comes MVU. Thomas Gover with the puck on his stick. Centering pass. Philbrook able to get a stick on that one. Shot score! Caden Chevalier with his first of the season puts MVU up 7-1 with 8.5 minutes left here, third period.
Philbrook actually looked surprised that puck was coming in. I mean, it came in high and looped and fell over his shoulder. But never a bad shot on goal.
That's the old men's league special right there.
Yeah, I think so. But
that puck kind of floated through the air for a second, and Philbrook looked like he didn't even see it.
Yeah, and timing is everything for a goalie, and when you're used to seeing shots at 50, 60 miles an hour or 70, whatever it is, then you see one at 30. It throws your timing off.
Puck got top, tipped down in front. That was off the stick of Maxwell Howard. Puck on the far side of the ice now with 8:10 left here, third period. Scrum along the boards, taken away here by Brody Allard. And backhanded pass looking out in front. Shot on goal by Rock. Good save by Connolly as that one goes off into the corner. 8 minutes left, third period. Messier has the puck on his stick. Dodged a hit there. Puck's at the blue line. Big hits coming all over the ice. Teague now out of the defensive end. Puck along the side. Howard looking out in front. He'll throw that one down deep. Levick now out of the defensive end. Welch has the puck on his stick, looking out in front, banks it off the side of the net. Scrum for the puck, now taken away by Luke Bruzy. 7:20 left, third period. Shot on goal that hit a stick in front. Teague may have gotten a piece of that one, so it didn't get down on Connolly. 7:13 left, third period. Sam Messier now getting that one down deep. Fourth line out there for MVU. Choquette with the puck on his stick. Messier getting involved with that one. Thrown back down by Logan Moulton. 6:52 left, third period. Puck loose out in front. Digging away at that one. Whistle goes. Extracurriculars out in front. Got to be careful here because this is where things get dangerous and out of control. Officials get involved and quell the disturbance just in time. 6:48 left, third period. Sam Messier was on the doorstep trying to bang away at that one. Looking for the 8th goal of the game for MVU.
No penalties, I guess.
Bruzy's going to settle in to take the draw against Bushy.
See, what can happen here is somebody does a crazy penalty and then they get thrown out for the next couple
Right,
games.
and this
you
is
know,
yeah.
and it's a 7-1 game. You know, for either side.
And it's not always the first one that the officials get.
No.
It's hardly ever the first one that the officials get. It's always the second one. So it's the retaliation. And in this situation, MVU isn't going to be the aggressor in the situation. 6:38 left, third period. Milton out of their own end. Puck up ice now with Brock Bushy. Bushy whips a shot on goal. That one went wide. Gilbert going to be the first one there, chipping it towards the blue line. Welch coming back to get it at neutral ice. Sliding it back to Reese Paye, who's at center ice. Welch into the offensive zone. Snaps a shot on goal. Good save by Connolly as he got the stick handle on that one. Again, you pay for the whole stick. Might as well use every inch of it. 6:10 left, third period. MVU leading 7-1. Puck now on the near side of the ice. Moulton gets that one down deep. Icing will be the call. 6:02 left, third period. MVU still holds on to a 6-goal advantage. They lead 7-1.
And Milton, you know, they've got 5 shots on goal. MVU's got 6. They've actually played a stronger third period than what I thought they would play.
Well, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties that we have experienced. We finally got our stream back up and running, but we're sorry that you missed everything that you missed. I think it was maybe 5-1 the last time you looked at, so 2 MVU goals have gone in the back of the net. Martin throwing that one towards the center of the ice. Martin back up top, now to Renadette. On the near side of the ice, Renadette making a move around 1. Renadette still has possession of the puck, can't beat 2. And it's back up ice now with Brody Rock. Rock into the offensive zone. Now down into the near corners. 5:34 left, third period. Puck out in front. Connolly got a piece of that one. Here comes Teague. Sliding that one up to Martin. In over the blue line. Martin snaps a shot on goal. Philbrook gloves, hangs on, no rebound. 5:23 left, third period. It's going to be an offensive zone draw here for MVU. Second line back out there for MVU. Newhall, Gates, and Gover, the forwards for MVU. 5:21 left, third period. Allard gets that one weakly on goal. Taken here by Ben Ledoux. 5:12 left, third period. Gates has the puck on his stick, trying to get it up to Newhall. Held in there by Choquette. Cross-ice pass, looking for Allard. Taken away here by Gates. Gover getting involved on the defensive end. That one's thrown right back in by the Yellow Jackets. 4:57 left, third period.
You know, I brought Choquette out here. He's played a pretty solid game for Milton.
Shot on goal, Philbrook making the save on that one as Caden Chevalier was bearing down on him. Allard chips that one at the red line all the way back down. Icing waved off, 4:35 left, third period. Chevalier with a head full of steam gets his pocket picked momentarily, coming back into the offensive zone for Milton. And now Newhall snapping a pass that goes off the boards and all the way down. Icing will be the call with 4:22 left here in the third period. We'll set up for an offensive zone draw here for Milton, and it will be to the left of Connolly. Face off, won by Bushy. Sliding it over, looking for Maynard. Puck's on the near side of the ice. MVU breaking out of their own zone. Here comes Carter White. White in over the blue line, making a nice move there. Shot, score!
What a shot.
Carter White snipes Philbrook on the stick side. And with 4:09 left here in the third period, MVU leads 8-1.
What a shot. I mean, that was almost crossbar and post. And, you know, I've watched these guys for a while. I think Carter White is probably taken as big a step forward this year as anybody on that team. He just has found his groove. And he's played very well. That third line's been very productive, and he's been centering that. Yeah.
That's 7 points. At least 7 points coming from that third line tonight. 4 minutes left here in the third period. Maynard into the offensive zone, drops it off for Bushy. Glove save, windmill save, just for an extra exclamation point from Beckett Connolly. 3:55 left, third period.
And MVU's got their fourth line guys out there again. Again, giving them a little experience and keep them sharp.
Puck up top, Paye. His shot was blocked down. Paye once again throwing it towards the net. Blocked down in front. Bushy, cross-ice pass. Now it's on the near side of the ice. Taken away by Milton. Throwing it towards the blue line. Coming away with it now is Sam Messier. Messier in over the blue line. Throwing that one down deep. Takes a bump for his trouble and gets it over to Milton. He'll throw it right back down deep. Messier has it on his stick. Right up top. Teague has it on his stick. Shot. Good save by Philbrook. Goes off into the corner. Another shot whistles high and wide of target. 3:15 left third period. Teague took a stick around the mask. Still has the puck on his stick. Trying to start the cycle there. Sam Messier back up top to Teague. Teague making a move around. Messier gets that one back down deep. Bruzy and Messier heading off for a change. 2:56 left third period. Teague snapping a shot on goal. Moulton, backhanded shot. That one was blocked down and skated out by Brady Stevens, who has his pocket picked on the backside. Here comes Renadette, sliding it out in front. LaRoche takes a shot. Good save by Philbrook. Another save by Philbrook. Right back up now is Brody Allard for Milton. 2.5 minutes left third period.
Wow.
Credit that young man for the night that he's had. He's still standing on his head back there and making some pretty big saves. 2:24 left third period. Shot from the point. That one went wide. Gagne chips it around Allard. Centering pass, looking cross ice. LaRoche has it there. Cutting towards the center of the ice. Still has the puck on his stick. Knocked down for his trouble. Gets back up. Still has possession of the puck. 2 minutes left. Third period. MVU leads 8-1. Ledoux snapping a shot on goal. Right out in front. LaRoche shot, score! Ryan LaRoche gives MVU a 9-1 lead with 1:55 left here in the third period.
These guys have just gone. I'm lost for words. The way MVU is skating and buzzing around and supporting each other and going to the net and finding the open man, and they've just played an outstanding game.
And you say all the time you don't learn much from these games. You don't learn as much from these games, and that's where you have to understand that not every game's going to be a 9-1 game.
Right.
Fourth line back out there for MVU. Moulton getting that one back down deep. Messier has that one go off his stick. Skated out here. Bushy into the offensive zone. Bushy takes a shot. Score! Brock Bushy, bar down. 1:32 left in the third period, and he gives him the second goal for Milton.
Yeah. Now, there again, he was down. The shot was from far enough out. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of butterfly goalies,
but it seems like that's what's taught nowadays,
it is,
or that's
the
the style in
when,
high school hockey.
And when the play is in close, yes, because more often than not, it's going to go in along the ice. But from out there, I don't know.
1:20 left, third period. MVU skating back up ice. Bruzy, shot on goal, off the cage. Messier banging away at that one. 1 minute, 9 seconds left. Third period, MVU leads by 7. Faceoff's going to remain inside Milton territory.
You just want to get out of this game and get ready for the next one. Don't do anything crazy.
Faceoff won back by MVU. Gilbert at neutral ice. Backhands that one along the ice. Newhall trying to get that one. Not able to get there in time. Gover at center ice. He'll throw it right back into the offensive zone. Stevens the first one there. Puck goes up and out of play. 50 seconds left third period. Faceoff's going to come back down inside Milton territory.
Yep. All you want to do is get through this. Don't take any major penalties or nothing. Fourth line's back out there.
Face off, one back by MVU. Allard. Taken away now here by Gilbert. Gilbert, it's puck on his stick. Centering pass, that hit a body in front.
Guess it did.
Pops up and out of play. Nope, didn't pop up and out of play. Popped out to neutral zone. But Gilbert's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for a slash. And, you know, you're up by 7. Don't get involved.
That's
in the
what,
stuff,
that's
you know?
what the point I'm trying to make here. And it's awful easy, you know.
Well, that can hurt you for the next game. You say, you know, you take a slash like that, and now all of a sudden you're out for the next game.
Yeah.
Choquette, shot on goal, rebound out in front. Bruzy towards the blue line, held in by Choquette. Choquette, shot on goal, that hit a leg in front. Renedek getting in the way of that one with 18 seconds left, third period. Welch now down below the red line, looking out in front. Puck still down below the red line. Welch has it there, right out in front. Allard takes a shot that hit a body in front. Another opportunity as Connolly may have gotten a piece of that one. Still out in front. Puck still loose. Choquette, slap shot. Shot, score! That one should count.
Went in at the whistle, I think.
I think Allard's going to get credit with that one. It's a power play goal as time expires. Allard is going to get the final goal of the game right at the buzzer. And MVU is going to win this one 9-3.